Hello YouTube. Today is February 22nd and my week 7 of documenting my investment activity starting from this year. Uh, Instead of reporting my result as I started out, I was doing it every week for a few weeks, and then I found it kind of repetitive. So I'm not gonna do that on a weekly basis. I'll probably update it once a month or so. Today I want to talk about my finding with fractional share trading on Fidelity. I was actually very interested in this when Robinhood wrote out this message about they're gonna offer fractional share and you need to get in line, and there's a line with 1.5 million people that are still waiting to start having the capability of trading fractional share on Robinhood, which still hasn't happened yet. And that was actually my reason of opening an account with Robinhood, but it seems like not worth it if with Fidelity joining the game. So I found out about this when I was logging into my Fidelity account the other day, and it has this dollar-based investing message on the front page. So I clicked in, and then I realized it's basically the fractional share thing that we were talking about. So I decided to try it out. When logging into the Fidelity website and trying to uh, do a fractional share, I couldn't really find anything different from what was there before. Everything was still as well the same way that it was when I was buying the whole share. Like buying, I didn't find any option of trading fractional share in this website. And then I realized I did a little bit more reading and found out the fractional share can only be done on uh, the mobile website. I mean the mobile app of Fidelity. So I did that. I logged into my Fidelity account, and here's what I found out. If I log into my Fidelity mobile app and try by, let's say, Apple in fractional share, so this still seems like the old interface when you still have to buy uh, a certain number of shares. There's no fractional, but then when you look up, there's fractional trading available in quick ticket, and click on that, it will switch to a new interface where you have the quantity type. We can see share in dollars. So if we put dollar, like $20 amount in there, and then choose order type as limit, then you can specify the limit price you have in mind, how much you want to buy this in. So let's say 312.90. And if you want to submit it, but that seems like a one day order. It will expire at the end of the day, but there's more trading selections that will take you back to the old interface. And let's see if we choose go to canceled and see how it works, and then switch back. Let's see, the good to cancel is still available. So let's try submit it. Let's try submit it with dollar amount, $20, and okay, submit order. Take another look, and then yeah, okay. Oops, it seems like order with quantity amount in dollars or fractional shares must have a time in force of days. So it means you can't really do that. You can only submit an order for that one day, and then it'll expire at the end of the day if it doesn't transact. So let's get back to change, looks like you have to go to the old interface to remove the good to canceled to timing for a day, and then go back to edit this order again, $20 worth of Apple stock, and then submit. And because today is actually Saturday, so it's not, market is not open, so this order is not gonna go through. So now I have shown how to do that with your mobile app. I think the difference between the regular share versus fractional share on Fidelity is pretty similar. You can still use your market order or limit order to set your price target for your trading, but the difference of obviously you can do fractional trading, but then the one of the main things that I noticed is the time frame, because with regular share you can set your time frame for good till cancel, which could be several months away from the day you placed your buy order. And then also similar to that, the order cannot be accepted when it's outside trading hours. For regular share, I can basically set up an order any time of the day or night, and then if I set it to good to cancel, then that will take effect after the trading day starts. So there's a bit of an inconvenience in the fractional share, but it's not really that much of a big deal. And I also have a M1 Finance account that also does fractional share, but it's in some way different from this fractional share trading by Fidelity. So one thing, as we discussed before, is with Fidelity, at least in that trading day, you can place your order any time of the day. But with M1 Finance, because it's done automatically by their system, they only give you two time slots. Well, one time slots in the morning if you are a regular account, and an additional one in the afternoon if you pay to be the premium member. So the stock can only be traded twice a day at most with M1 Finance. But with Fidelity, you have the flexibility of placing your trade any time of the day, as long as if you go with market order. And if you set limit order, it's still much more flexible, because it could go through any time of the day when your target price is reached. And another thing is you have total control of when you want to buy, how much you want to buy, but when you use Fidelity's fractional share. But with M1 Finance, because everything is predetermined, even though it's by you, predetermined in each pie, so you don't really have a clear sense of how much is being traded, how much is being bought or sold, because your pie could contain up to 100 different holdings, and because of the rebalancing, the small bits of things that's being traded every day is is a lot of things to keep track of. So that's the main difference between M1 Finance and the Fidelity in terms of the fractional share. And there is one similarity, though, is that it's not really about trading, but when you have stocks in either of these two accounts, and if you choose dividend reinvestment to the stocks, then that would most likely be fractional. For example, if you received $20 in dividend from Apple, and the $20 will be reinvested in Apple stocks, which is not going to be a whole share, because Apple stock is trading at over $300 per share at the moment. So that's the main difference between these two services. I like M1 because for me, I have the tendency of a bad habit of timing the market, which is always a bad idea, but it's just human weakness. So with M1, I don't really have control of that. My money is in there, regularly deposited into the account, and then M1 will do it for me every time I have money in there. But with Fidelity, I tend to keep certain amount of cash. So if I see a good entry point for certain stocks, I could just buy from there. And being unnecessarily cautious as I am, fractional share buying has a very good psychological effect that I feel if I just buy $20 of Apple share, it's not gonna be, it's not gonna, not gonna lose much if it goes down, say 20% in one day, because it's just the worth of that loss is just a bag of chips or something like that. So, but if it keeps getting worse, I can actually buy more. I can buy another $20, another $20, or even $100, depending on how bad it is. So that's more mental thing for me, but I think it'll probably work for other people as well. So that's my take on the comparison of these two, and I will start using that with Fidelity while using the automatic service with M1 Finance, and I think both would work for me. So that's all I have for today, and hopefully I'll stick to my plan of updating my activities every week, and I'll come back next week. And I'll keep doing this for a year, we'll see where it takes me. Hopefully that will help me stick to my goal and have more discipline in this whole investing thing that I'm trying to be more active with. All right, have a good weekend. Bye.